watching Morning Thoughts. So I am just back from a quick marathon trip to New York for my daughter and my son-in-law's baby shower. I am anxiously awaiting the arrival of my first grandchild, my grandson, who is due to arrive the end of August. I cannot wait. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. And on the 10-hour drive to and fro, I had a lot of time to think. And I've been watching a lot of things and reading a lot of things. And my quick tip for today is I'm starting to notice something. And I'm wondering if any of you have noticed this. So I don't think it is a secret that there are lots of divides in our country from all different things, right? Whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's sex, whether it whatever. Everything's divided. Everything's divided. And what I started realizing for some reason this week at a extremely, let's just say, heightened level, is that a lot of people that are on one side or another, that are complaining or that are, fighting for rights or not rights or whatever side of the fence you're on, a lot of these people have not actually had the experience that they're throwing the fit about, right? So I talk about this all the time. Like, I'm constantly being told how women are held back and women this and women that. And I always say to you guys, I am not saying that might not be someone else's experience. I'm not saying that there's not a woman out there that might feel like she was held back, or I am just saying I personally have never had that experience. I am a business owner. I was a single mom. I had 2 kids, or I should say divorced mom. I just have never had that experience. And I joke about this all the time. I have definitely had lots of experiences as a psychic being discriminated against and people not wanting to rent hotels and not allowing me to advertise and, the whole gamut of things because of the work that I do. But I've never had that experience as a woman. So for me, I remember years ago, like there were all these women marches and things like that. People used to say to me, well, are you going? And it's not, peace out, like whatever you feel like you need to do. I respect everybody's right, but I didn't feel comfortable marching in the march because I personally did not have that experience, right? And I know people can say, well, you should have been standing up for other women and blah, 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 blah. But here's why I don't do that. Because I feel like if I haven't had that experience, right, who am I to speak for somebody, right? Does that make sense? So for me, I would rather contribute, and I'm just using the Women's March thing as an example because I'm probably going to get hate mail now, but whatever. But I'm using that as an example because it's something I absolutely believe, right, in women owning their own businesses and women being empowered and doing all of this stuff. But for me, it was like, okay, so how can I be part of that? And for me, marching in a street about an experience that I personally have never had, I didn't feel like that was the best way to use my voice or to use my experience, right? So my experience is, I always say I was raised in a household, my mother was always like, anything boys can do, girls can do better. So for me, I did things behind the scenes, right? Helping women that want to start businesses or, working with younger girls to empower them, things like that, right? Because I wanted to share the experience that I had, which is how, when I come up against a block in life, how do I maneuver around that? So I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it's just this awareness that I've had. I just feel like we have a lot of people screaming and yelling about things that they personally have never experienced. And it's like, so, and I'm not even talking about one specific thing, so don't be writing me letters. I'm just talking in general. So if I'm mad because, I don't believe in putting ketchup on your hamburger, right? It's like, good for you, go fight. But what if I've never eaten a hamburger in ketchup? Like, that's not my experience. So how are you talking and giving advice about something that you have not experienced, right? And then why are we not using our voices? Why are we not using the knowledge that we have to empower people? This is what I don't understand. Anytime I've ever been upset about something, right? I remember back in the day, like when I was watching the military coming home, and like I just did not feel like we were treating them right and respecting them. I did things with Wounded Warrior Project, right? I guess my point is, in my 3-hour long-winded explanation today, is I just feel like rather than complaining about things, it's always more important to be the solution to the problem. And I guess in a nutshell, that's what I'm really feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people yelling and screaming about a lot of things, but where is the solution to the problem? Where do we empower people? Where if somebody comes to me and says, you know what, I just feel like I am just so held back as a woman. Where can I step up and say, okay, where are you feeling that way? And how can I help you? Because let me introduce you to all these other women who are incredible, who run their own businesses, who take care of their kids, like whatever the situation is. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope it does, because I'm not doing another take on this. This is my authentic, true self expressing a feeling. And if you feel differently, and again, before you write me, I'm not saying that I do not respect anybody's right to make their own decision. I'm just saying, for me, when I have the opportunity, when I see something that I don't think is right, rather than jump in and complain about it and be part of negativity and anger, I go, okay, how can I do something in a positive way? Whether it's helping one person or whether it's doing something behind the scenes to give back to help a lot of people. That's all I'm saying. So hope that makes sense. Go make it a great day. And if there's something that's bothering you, maybe I've inspired you today, rather than scream and yell and carry on about it, maybe take a step back and say, what could I do to contribute something really positive in a good way? Thanks for watching. Go make it a great day, because remember, you really do have all the power.